Minor dents and dings can ruin the look of your car and lead to rust, so why not invest a weekend pulling them and repainting? Bodywork, however, is as much an art as it is a science, so don't be surprised if you can't make it perfect on your first try. The stud welder runs on regular 110-volt power, costs less than $200, and comes complete with a slide hammer and studs. You will also need an angle grinder with cutoff and flapper wheel, body filler, sandpaper, a sanding block, mineral spirits, rags, primer, paint, and clear coat. First, strip the area around the dent down to the bare metal with an angle grinder and flapper wheel. Make a note of what color the factory primer was, because matching it will help you match the look with original candy or metallic paint. Wipe the metal down with a rag and mineral spirits to remove dust and grease. Next, weld studs along the creases spaced about 2 inches apart and in the center of dings. Follow the contours of the creases, indicated here with a red dotted line, but avoid removing the factory body line in bright green. For deep damage, a series of studs may be needed, spreading out away from the center of the dent. Now, use a slide hammer to pull the dents out. Start from the outside and work in towards the deepest part. Smaller dings will likely just need a single stud in the center. After pulling the dents flat, cut off the studs and grind them down with an angle grinder. You may find that a second round of welding and pulling is needed to remove particularly bad creases. Take a small hammer and tap any bumps or high spots until they are flat. It may help to spray a thin guide coat of primer and sand with a sanding block to reveal highs and lows. Body filler sticks best to bare metal, but using a self-etching primer first offers further protection from rust. Start by applying body filler to fill any holes you may have made with the stud welder or grinder. Don't be afraid to apply more filler than you ultimately need in order to press it down into all the holes and depressions. Keep in mind, though, that the more you apply, the more time you will spend shaping and sanding it off. It is not unusual to need 3 rounds of filler and shaping to get a flat, smooth surface, plus a round of glazing putty or high-build primer to fill in minor scratches or pinholes. Start your shaping of the body filler before it is fully hardened, and you will be surprised at how quickly it goes. For initial shaping, a hard rubber sanding block with 80 grit sandpaper works great. Once the surface is flat, move on to 400 grit wet sanding to make it smooth and sand out all of the scratches. Once the surface is smooth, make sure it is clean, then wipe it down with mineral spirits and let it dry. For best color match, use a primer similar to the original factory color. Sand between primer coats with 400 grit and then 600 grit sandpaper to eliminate any scratches or transitions between old and new paint. Spray one last coat of primer over the entire repair area to be painted so the surface is a uniform color. We chose to scuff the entire fender and repaint, rather than try to blend the new in with the old. In modern paint, the gloss and UV protection are all in the clear top coat. A recent innovation is professional quality activated 2K clear coat in a spray can. Like all 2K paints, you need to wear a respirator and should cover any bare skin when spraying. Once the clear coat has dried for at least a week, you can fix runs or orange peel by sanding with superfine sandpaper, at least 1000 grit.